Okay, real quick, guys, before the video starts, I just wanted to say thank you for over 400 views in this little short that I made like 2 days ago, making fun of when the Bills lost in the divisional. What's really funny is that I had made this video for just one person, for a particular Bills fan that I knew, and then I was like, you know what, let me post it on YouTube. And the thing is, yesterday when I was making the NFL video, the video that short was only at like 88 views, and then I like cooked, did some other stuff, and I checked back like an hour and a half later, and it was at like 390. So I was like, wow, that's incredible. So thank you all for that. And I also probably gained about another like 3 to 4 subs, which is probably ain't nothing, but hey, I'll take it. But like I said, thank you for the support on my shorts and just on my videos in general. You guys have been showing out. So without further ado, the video is starting now. Let's go. Bam! What's up, y'all? It is Master Dre 15, and we are back with another video. It is part 5 of talking about the NBA. Here is the board right here, my trusty board. Got all the teams on it. Get a little close up. Bam! Here we go. Part 5 of talking about the NBA. Today we're going to be talking about the Northwest Division, home of the Denver Nuggets, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Portland Trailblazers, and the Utah Jazz. It's been a really interesting division. You got the Nuggets, who's been championship contenders all year. The Thunder were looking like they were going to be pretty bad, but they've really been putting it together. Utah, who looked like they were going to be a surprise good team, but things are kind of settling for them. And then you got Portland and Minnesota. Portland got out to a decent start too, but they've been kind of just not good. But it's for different reasons. But I don't know. I just expected better. And then you got Minnesota, who was just underachieved. They just mid after making the playoffs. With the talent, they should be good, but they're not. But let's get into it, guys. Let's do it. Bang. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the very first team we are going to be talking about today is the Denver Nuggets. And yes, I do have pajamas on. I'm recording this at like 12 in the morning. I just didn't want to put on actual clothes. But anyway, the Denver Nuggets, they are playing really good basketball. They are right there. I believe they are first in the West. Because I think Memphis has lost like 3 or 4 games in a row right now. And then Nuggets have like a 10-game win streak, which just got snapped, but still like they won like 10 of 11. But anyway, they're first. They look real good. Jokic is putting up a case for a possible third MVP, though I don't think he'll get a third MVP. I think it'll probably go to Luka this year if he can keep the Mavs like top 5. And if he keep it on top 6, I think he'll get it. If not, Jason Tatum. But anyway, Jokic just played incredible. Murray, Michael Porter, Eric Gordon, Bones Highland. I was going to say Gary Harris. He ain't on that team. Will Barton, I believe. Will Barton's on that team. Yeah, I think so. But they're all just playing good basketball, and they have a real good shot at winning the championship this year. It's like legit. Only Memphis is the only team that I think that can really give them like a problem, give them a fight, because all the other teams either are just not good enough or they're just underachieving. And I just think Denver is just legs just so much higher than those other teams. And it's really funny because last year when they lost to Golden State, it just looked like they just weren't good enough. But now they just look legit. They look good. They're healthy and they're playing good. So let's just hope this team can get there and actually get to the championship game, because it would be real nice to see Jokic in the championship game and get that ring, man. Because he got the 2 MVPs, but add a championship to that, man, and his ranking is gonna go all the way up. He gets a ring, so yeah, that is the Nuggets. Keep playing well. They probably gonna they could get to 60 wins, but man, that's the Nuggets. Keep playing well. Y'all got this. Let's get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we're gonna be talking about the Utah Jazz. And first of all, I just wanted to say the fact that Utah is like 500 right now, I'm kind of surprised, because when they traded Mitchell, with them trading Bogdanovic, with them trading Gobert. I thought Utah would just be terrible. Yeah, they got Lauri Markkanen, but from what we have seen in Chicago, I didn't expect to see what we're seeing now. He's balling out. Mike Conley is still in the team. He's playing all right. Jordan Clarkson. So um they're playing good basketball. Colin Sexton's on the team. So they're playing surprisingly well. But they were playing really well at the beginning of the season. I think they won like 9 of their first 11, and like the way they were, I'm like, man, they can like be elite, but things started to die down. I think at one point when I last looked at them, I think they at one point they were like 21 and like 24 or something like that. But I think they're 500 right now, so they've been playing decent the last couple stretch of games. But like I said, I don't think Utah can get to the top 6. I think the most they can do is just stay in the play-in. But like I said, like there are a lot of underachieving teams in the West, so maybe they could get there if they get back on the hot streak they was. But I don't think that'll happen. I just think there are just teams that are just simply better than them. Like Lauri Markkanen is playing fantastic, but they're gonna need more. Outside of that, like guys like Clarkson and Conley. Honestly, in my opinion, I think they should be traded to contenders, especially Clarkson. I think Clarkson can definitely help a team out. Conley just can be traded to a team that just needs a point guard that defends and could be a playmaker. Because Conley is a decent playmaker and he got defense. He can shoot the three as well. So, but that's my analysis on the Jazz. In terms of how many wins they could get, I mean, if they could get to about 40 wins, 500. If they get under, I don't think it would be a bad season either. I mean, from how they started, it would be pretty disappointing, but from what their talent level, they get like 35 wins, 38 wins. I wouldn't be mad at that. I think that would be fine for them. But if they get 41 or over, that'd be a good season. And honestly, with the way the West is looking, 41 wins could get you one of those top 8 seeds. Of course, you have to win the play-in, but it could get you. It definitely would get them in play-in. So that is the Jazz. Let's just hope where it goes from now, because I think the Jazz, this is a team to look at, in the future, and that's really crazy to say because they got Donovan Mitchell like 5 years ago, and then he's gone. So again, this is going to be a team for the future. Let's just see where it goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on and talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. Man, like the Timberwolves, man, I really thought the Timberwolves was going to take that next step and possibly maybe a top 4 team in the West. I thought, because Towns, Anthony Russell, that's a talented trio that could get you top 4. And if particularly Towns and Edwards continue to improve, that's a top duo in the league, and that could be a championship level duo. But they have just underachieved. Now, to be fair, Cat has missed some games, and it is effective, but even when Cat has played, they have not played their best, and it sucks together because, like I said, I really want Minnesota to be a consistently good team, but it just has not happened in their franchise. I think the only time they've been consistently good was back in the days of KG. So, man, it's unfortunate for the Timberwolves. I really want them to be a good team, but like I said, but it's not too late. I think right now they are 10 in the West. 3rd in the division. They could turn it around. They're going like a little like hot shit. They could get in that top 6, but right now things are disappointing. In terms of how many games they can win, I think they probably will get at least 40 wins, maybe. I think they will, and I think they will play better in the second half of the season. I think Towns going to get healthy. He might be playing now. I don't know, but I think they'll play better, and I think. It just depends on how other teams play and how they play, and rather they get a top 6 seed. But they'll be there. They'll be in a play-in for sure, and they'll be fighting for that playoff spot. So that is the Timberwolves. And also earlier this season, I remember Karl-Anthony Towns was criticizing Anthony Edwards on the food he was eating, which is weird. I mean, I got no say in that, but I thought that was just weird. But this is coming from the dude who brushed off the questions when they lost a 25-point lead. Was like, I'm gonna go home and just drink wine. But hey, that's I ain't gonna say nothing. But that's the Timberwolves. Let's just hope they play better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about probably the most interesting team right now. Honestly, they're one of the most interesting teams. Honestly, one of the more better teams within these last like 10 game, 15 game stretches, and that is the Oklahoma City Thunder. First of all, this is my best friend's favorite team, so I'm happy for you. It's as much as that's a bitter pill for me to swallow because I'm a Spurs fan. So every time we talk, I absolutely shit on the Thunder when we talk, but they're playing good. But they've been, like I said, they've been playing good these last couple of stretches of games. I think right now, I think they're like a game under 500. I think they're just right outside the play-in. Like if they're not, because I said Utah, I said Minnesota's 10, but I think OKC is 11. They're right there, and I think they'll get in. They'll get in. I think they will get into that play-in spot, especially if like Minnesota, if they don't improve, or if Utah just continues to slide, they'll get in. In fact, I do think Utah will slide at one point, and I think they will get into that play-in spot. But as a team, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a dog. He is a dog. Like that man is tremendous. He's a 30-point scorer. I did not see none of that coming because the previous season he averaged like 22, 23. He just comes out of nowhere and gets 30 a game. He probably will win most improved player. I want to assume he will, unless it's just anybody I'm just forgetting. But the Thunder are playing well. Josh Giddey, starting point guard, he's been playing. He's always been a great option. Like I said, not a scorer, but he just does everything. He does everything. You got Trey Mann. I'm forgetting all the Thunder's players, but as a team, they've just been playing tremendous, and I do think they will continue to trend up. And honestly, with the way how Shai is playing and Giddey is playing, they may have an outside shot of getting to a top 6 seed. They will have to play really great. I don't think it will happen. But if they get on this, if they like the second half of the season, if they somehow go like 25-16 or something like that, then they could get there. So I think they will win at least 40 games. They could get to 45. Like I said, it just really depends on how they play. I'm hoping they don't slide, and I'm hoping they don't basically revert back to how they were at the beginning of the season. Because at the beginning of the season, they were terrible, and they were just losing. But now they're winning, so I'm very happy for the Thunder. They have just been trash since the KD, Westbrook, and Paul George era. But they're playing good, and they're on the right track to getting back up to success, trending back up to championship contender levels. But obviously, right now they're not there. They may need like one more piece from the draft, maybe, or in free agency. But right now they're doing good, and that's all you can ask for them. So again, this is another team that's really forward the future. So that is the Thunder. Continue to play well, and let's really make things interesting for other teams in the West. I gotta redo this. All right, here we go. Time to talk about the Blazers again because I accidentally deleted that last part. That sucks. But anyway, the Portland Trail Blazers, because like I said, I already recorded the part, but then I accidentally deleted it. But anyway, we're gonna talk about the Portland Trail Blazers real quick. Just quickly, because I was low-key mad about that. But anyway, the Blazers, they aren't good. They are really disappointing so far because they got out to a really good start to the season, and then they have not played good since. And I thought because, you got Anthony Simons, who I thought was going to be the new dual partner to Lillard. You got Grant, who was I believe like a 19 or 20 point scorer in Detroit. And you got Nurkic, you got Hart, who had played really good back in New Orleans. I just thought that Dame would just have more options, and they just have not. They just haven't played good. Portland's really have never been known to play defense anyway. So that on just top of just underachieving, they just have not played good. And I watched them play a couple games. Like I watched them play against the Lakers. Now there's the Lakers. They can't provide much because they kind of suck. But then I watched them against the Suns before the Suns like basically imploded, and they not only they won that game, but they just looked really well. They just looked good, and I was like, yeah, I think the Blazers are gonna be really good. But people were telling me they didn't think the Blazers would be good. But I was like, I just feel like Dame just has more than just McCollum or just do another partner and then just 3-point shooters. I think he has more than that. But I guess everybody's right. But it's not over. Hope is still here. Like I said, there's still about 35 games left. So they could put it together for end of the season push. Just like the Thunder, I do think there's potential that they can really play good. They can really get back to that way they played the first 10, 15 games of the season. But if they don't do it anytime soon, they're not going to be a player. They're going to be a playoff. They're going to be eliminated. So I'm hoping the best for Dame. I just wish he got traded. I wish he just leave, but he's just so loyal. But for his sake, let's just hope they can get it together and Dame can get to the playoffs again. And then we'll have to see what goes in there. Now, to be fair, they'll probably lose if they get 7th, 8th to Memphis or Denver, so they want to be good. They'd be a first-round limb anyway. But let's just give Dame some success. Please just leave. But that's the Blazers. I'm still a little mad about what I did earlier, but that's the Blazers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was going to be it for this part 5 of talking about the NBA. Yes, I turned off the lights. Don't know why. I'm weird like that. I just think it looks good. And it really looks purple in the footage. But anyway, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm making this at 12 a.m., so it's going to be uploaded. I don't know if I'm going to wait until till it actually gets to 7 or 8 in the morning to upload this or do it now. But we'll see what I'll do. I'll make up my mind soon. But, yep, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And the final part, the Pacific Division video, is coming. Don't know when, but it's coming soon. And it's going to be very interesting because the Pacific Division is just all over the place. So, like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, I make this at 12 a.m. so you guys sleep well, or you guys just enjoy the rest of the day. Wherever you're watching this, have a good day. Peace.